Hi guys, it's Kelly. There's another mess on my desk, but there's a reason for my madness. There always is. I went through the last of my um, books that I had set aside as signatures and matched them all up in size and width and put them together with a clip. So this right here will be one journal that I will be making, not tonight. This one is another journal. It's got 3 signatures. That one's got 3 signatures. This one has 1 signature, but I'm not going to do it like a regular journal. I'm going to do it in a different way. Okay? And it's got some graphics from Graphic 45 and mostly my alcohol ink papers. This is another one. It's got 3 signatures. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. 5. This one's got 2 signatures. Okay, and these are when we were testing out my homemade stencils from the glue gun. I don't know if you can see that because that light is really bright. But there's the pink and then some other painted papers that others have given me. That's one. Here's another one that's going to be just a small one, and it's got 2 signatures inside. You see that? This one is, let's see, it's 2.5 inches tall. Okay, by, let me get this right, by 4 inches wide. I hope you can see that. So this is going to be an itty bitty one, but I like that. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one's got 3 signatures. Also, these are my painty papers when I was using my gel plate. And these, honestly, were the scraps that were left over when I was cutting these all to size. So I was able to use these, and even though that one's, whoops, wrong way. That one's a little bit taller. That's okay. I'll just make that one like the outside because none of these have covers yet. So, but yeah, so this one's got 3 signatures. With all my domino art that I've been doing and making my other little journals like this one, you know, with the envelopes in it. Do you remember me making this one? And I think I've got it upside down. I did. We partially decorated this one. Not all the way, but we partially did. We had some trifolds and stuff like that. Well, I want to be honest with y'all, okay? What I'm doing is I'm trying to make enough items. I really want to do an auction because to get my teeth fixed, my church is going to help some, but they won't cover the full $3,000 it's going to take to get me 2 partials. And trust me, I'm sick of not having any teeth up front. I look like a, I don't know, I look like a carnival freak to me. And I'm really waiting for, I really want to be able to bite into a corn cob, an apple. You know, I would like to be able to eat a wedge of watermelon without having to cut it up into pieces and just pick it up with my fingers and throw it in my mouth. I mean, I'm tired. So I'm going to be making quite a few things, and I even have some things already made. Like I've got an angel tree made out of coffee filters. I've got a springtime basket made out of recycled and a recycled ice cream container. I've got my dominoes that I've been working on. I'm going to have plenty of journals. I will probably auction off some painty papers. I don't know. I would like to be able to come up with enough for me to be able to pay to get my teeth done. My insurance doesn't cover it, and it's really a drag. And, you know, most women are pretty self-conscious. Let me just give you an idea. Okay, there's my face. That's my mouth. Now, when the first tooth fell out, well, before the first tooth fell out, the doctor that I had in Kentucky had given me such a high dose of blood thinners that I could have stubbed a toe and bled to death by the time my doctor back here caught it. I would wake up every morning or from a nap and my entire mouth would be filled with blood. Looked like I was chewing up a raw steak. I mean, there was so much blood everywhere. And then I was crafting one day and my tooth fell out, one of them, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even feel it. I just heard a thunk and a bump, you know, because it hit the table and then it hit the floor, because I was looking down crafting. I wasn't paying attention. And I went to lick my lips and found I was missing a tooth, and I'm like, no way. I tried to do the GoFundMe, and it raised just over $100. So instead of just asking people for money, I'm hoping that I can sell things in an auction and maybe get enough to help with the cost, and my church is going to try and help with whatever I can't come up with. So I'm not going to do an auction just yet because I want to make all of these journals. There's 7 of them here, and one I'm kind of starting on, but I don't really know what this was. I think this was one of the, yeah, this was one of the gift prizes that, oh shoot, okay, I know what this was for. This is a gift. So anyway, that's kind of my purpose. If by chance you want to help at all, my PayPal address is my email address, which I'll link that, or I'll add it as a footnote when I'm done. But other than that, you know, I've got a couple of domino books. I've got this one, and then I've got the one with all the mermaids and the seashells and the sea creatures. I've got this journal that's already made, and it's already embellished, and it's got a lot of goodies tucked in and away. So, I mean, this will be one of the things that I start out with. And I've got that purple one with the butterfly on the front and the lace. That one's going to be in the auction. See, there's a little envelope with more stuff stuck in it, and another envelope in the back, or a pocket. But yeah, this one will be in the auction. And it's done on book rings so that you can add anything to it if you want, and it still gives you a little bit of playroom. But for now, like I said, I don't know what else to do, you know? So, but for right now, this is not what I'm doing. I'm not going to be working on journals right now because we seem to do that quite a bit. I got to finish this one. But I will set these down. Wow, I don't remember where the container went that I had all my finished or unfinished projects. Okay, today I'm going to work on my friendship journal. I have to send mine out this week, but the last 2 weeks have been so incredibly crazy. My grandfather's in hospice right now, so we don't know how long he'll be with us. So it's been a little, like I said, it's been a little crazy. And I was in the flock, Melissa Bishop over at what used to be 70 Acre Studios. She now calls the flock. We're doing a friendship journal. And what we do, this is the one I decorated, is we take an old composition notebook. Okay? I decorated the back, and you can paint it, you can do whatever. This right here and the stuff that's on the back was a wall decal from the Dollar Tree. So what I did was I painted it, and then I used liquid matte gel to put the images on. Matte gel medium from Liquitex. And then I covered it with the gel. And when I did, the ink that I used in the background kind of ran, which is cool because it looks almost like it's raining in the forest. Same within the front. So, but this is my friendship journal. I crumpled up all the pages and to give it like a fatty patty type look. And then I took my ink sprays and held the book kind of like this and just sprayed in different colors all over. And then the top I just did in pink, and the bottom I did in green. I don't know if you can see that green or not. That the lighting really doesn't work in here. So my first page I'd gotten was from Emily Welda. Okay, and the idea is you get a swap partner and you send them things about you and about where you're from. Okay. So this was hilarious. She sent me the sticker. It says, "I eat glitter for breakfast." So I put that one right under her name. So, but she sent me a lot of, in the envelope she sent it in, I used as collage in the background because it was so beautiful. You know, I just tore it up into pieces and used it front side, back side as the background. And you know, you decorate them, your envelopes, before you send them so they can be used. And then you see it's already got an inked edge. See, check that out. I love that. That's going to be my cover page. I haven't decorated yet because I don't know what I want to do. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I had laying around. It was just a single sheet. So I figured that'd go in the middle there. And then a coordinating sheet from the same pack. That's my back cover. So right now, okay, so I showed you Emily's. This was from my friend Kieran Schesser. I hope I said her last name right. Yeah, it's Kieran Schesser. Anyways, but she likes cats, and there's pictures of her, and she runs her own company called Octopunks, which is a lot of steampunk. She does her own Sharpie doodles. You know, so everything she sent, even though I couldn't get every single thing, I even used her envelope in the back. And I added a little bit of trim that I had to kind of give it some bling. But this page is about her. And she actually sent us stuff about me, her favorites, her confessions, things like that. So those are the only two I got. I was supposed to have another one, but she got busy, and I don't guess she's ever going to send it. I'm not sure. So, but I've gotten 2 of the 3 that I'm needing. I need to send out my 3 this week. So this week will be the opportunity. So the first one I got Let me pull these out of the way. Just a quick note. I went through the scrap box in our copy room at the church, and I found, oh my gosh, look at this. These were just the single pages, okay? They were all white. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes, I have another mess to clean up. In fact, I have two messes. The one behind me and the one to my left. Okay. But as I was going through the scrap box, which I'd never even thought to do before, look at all of this. All of this is music notes and songs that somebody was printing off. And this is like over two years maybe. And yeah, they're all songs from church. But I went ahead and did my coffee dye like I normally do. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but when you feel this, it's all crinkly like you baked it. It's awesome. All I did was I soaked them in a wash basin with instant coffee, and I left them in the tub overnight. Now, be really careful if you decide to do it that way. The only reason I did it that way is because the last time I coffee dyed my stuff, the coffee spray went everywhere, and it stained my dad's placemats. It stained the floor. It's, you know, so blah. So I put it in a wash basin. Oh, about yay big. Okay. And then I put one page, I sprayed the bottom with coffee, put a page down, sprayed it, put a page down, sprayed it, put a page down. And then I put it in the bathtub overnight. Well, it came out not as dark as I'd like, but the pages and pulling them apart is very, very tedious because they can rip. You can see pages right there. But we usually collage with this or decoupage with this stuff anyway, right? But it's music notes. I love it. And I got it all for free. For free. And it's recycling. But yeah, I wanted to show you that. And then also in that same bin, because they have one of those huge industrial size printers. Well, when our manager or our office manager, the place that we buy all our office supplies from, when the representative comes by to put new ink in the printer, okay, he always runs off like test sheets, okay, to make sure the color's right. Look at these. You see all of this? Well, except for that white patch. That was in there. Okay. All of these colored pages were in that throw out box as well. Can you believe that? Oh man, I was sitting on the floor in the copy room last night before church, and I kept going, score, score. People walking by going, are you okay, Kelly? Like, I'm fine, score. So yeah, if you happen to go to church or you work in an office or something along those lines, don't forget to look in the recycle bin, paper bin actually, you know. All right, so what I am going to do now is I got two of my friendship packages. Okay, one was from Brenda DiMartino. All right, I got hers first, so I'll do hers first. And the second one was from Sean Schwendinger. I hope I said your last name right, Sean. Okay, but look at the envelope that he did. So that was pretty cool, you know. But I got Brenda's, and she didn't decorate the outside of this, But when I pulled her stuff out, sure, yep, okay. When I pulled the stuff out, she had an envelope inside that had stuff in it and that was painted. So I thought this was absolutely fabulous. Now let me make sure I can split it apart. There we go. Okay, because what I want to do is, let me find my scissors. And if it'll work, I'm going to use this as an entire, like an entire layout. And if I can only use a little bit at a time, then I will use it. Now notice I open the top, I cut the one side, and now I'm just cutting the bottom, but I'm going to leave that fold right there. So that way I've got a whole, what you call it? It's like a whole scenery done. Okay? So that is what I'm going to try and lay in here. Well, I may not get it all. Okay, let's see how we can do this. Because I really love this envelope. Let me see how this one will work. Because I really want that chicken in there. So let me see if this sticker will come off. Because you don't need my information in there. But we do want to make sure that Brenda's name and stuff is in there. And that came out beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so I'll put that right there. Maybe this one will come off. And if it does... Oh, it's taped. Let me see. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. I'm trying to be slow. So this way, if this will come off, I can add it to the finished, the finished project. Okay, well, the B didn't make it, but everything else did. So I can just write in that B. I'm going to set that right here. Actually, let me set it up here because I don't know what she wants everybody and their mother to know what her address is. Oh, okay. There we go. There's part of the B. So let's see if we can put that back together when we go to put it on. So what I'm going to do, I think, is it looks like I might have to cut off one of the chicks. But that's okay, because I can also put it right back in there. But before I do that and set that down, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have some, ooh, that looks like shaving cream art. Ooh, I really like these. Can you see that? And this one, she's got seahorses all over and flowers. Okay, and then... oh, she gave me some labels, some address labels that she doodled on. And she says, hello, Kelly. I'm glad we got to be swap partners. Here's a little bit about me. I have 2 fur babies, dogs, Chloe and Foxy. They are small dogs, each weighing less than 12 pounds. I have 1 husband, LOL. I've had him for almost 24 years. I think he's a keeper. My favorite colors, and I am new to paper crafting, and I primarily make jewelry with beads and clay. Well, and Roll Tide. I got to tell you a story about this, okay? If you've never had a chance to watch a comedian, she's a speaker, actually, but her speeches are hilarious. Her name is Jeannie Robertson, okay? You can find her on Facebook, all right? There's one... what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find the exact video, and I'll try and link it in the description. But she was speaking at her alma mater, the college that she's a member of, okay? and I guess they're rivals against Alabama. And Alabama's thing is Roll Tide. Well, she was talking about a game that she was watching, and somebody, like a heckler, piped up in the back in the audience and yelled, "Roll Tide!" She stopped everything, walked over to the stage, and looked at him and said, "Oh, I see." And then she went on and on and on, put this guy in his place, and then thanked him for being such a good sport. But it was funny as anything the way it all occurred. So I will really try to find that video and put it in the description, because that cracks me up. That was so funny the way that happened. Oh, and she gave me some goodies to put on with it. Okay, some little strips of paper. Okay, a paper clip. And another paper clip with a picture of one of the chicks. Some covered bridges, which are really beautiful. And a little bitty map of Alabama. So now that I kind of got an idea, except she's got things in these little envelopes she painted. So what's that? Oh, that's a beautiful butterfly. You see that? It's all sparkly, and it looks like it's got glossy accents or triple thick on it. That's beautiful. And then she's given me a few circles, which I kind of have an idea what I want to do with those on her page. And then in this one, let's see if I can get it out. Okay, I got it all out. Look at that gorgeous burlap tag. Can you see that? Let's see if I can get it close enough. Focus. There it goes. Isn't that pretty? And that's on burlap. And she did another one on burlap. Isn't that pretty? And then it looks like some cutouts of book paper that she painted and decorated and stamped. There's another one. And she calls it Butterfly Things. It says, butterflies are a reminder of the divine presence and magic in all of life, and a call to embrace and tune into it. That's beautiful. And then a map of Alabama. And then Flock Friend. Look at that. She's got a metal embellished leaf here, and a feather, and a really pretty, see all the glitter? Gorgeous. And she painted it in black. So now I know what we're working with. Right here, looks like a paper towel that she glued and glued and glued and folded it over on itself. But that is beautiful. The texture on it is like, oh, what do you call it? It's really tough. I'm not thinking of the name right now. Yeah, I can't think of the name, but I mean, even trying to push it together is really, really hard. But the colors are beautiful. That would make a good, listen. You hear the texture on that? So I'm not even sure what I want to do with that yet. Okay, so we got us a start. Okay, before we use this one, I would really, really like to see what we can do with these. She sent me enough to do a full spread, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, actually, okay, this is here, and that is there, so let's take care of this, so we can add that right there. And then this one, I don't know if I want to do it that way, because I could put that on that side and this right here. So let's try this again. All right, so if I put that on this side and this right here, I might have enough to go across the bottom, or I can use those strips she sent to go across the bottom. What was there? Yes, there was one more. See, what do you think? And that would make a good background, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's do that, and let's get this part out of the way. And what I forgot was my container for, oh, let me see, for my glue, or my Mod Podge, which I just found, so that's cool. Alrighty. So, that there. It's my big jug of Mod Podge that I make myself, with 2 parts glue, 1 part water. And I put it in a little pour spout you get at the Dollar Tree for $1. And I will pour some Mod Podge in there. Okay. And whatever's left over, I can pour it right back in here. All right. I tried using, when I first started out, and I made my own gesso, my own texture paste, my Mod Podge, things like that. I was keeping them in like those old glass jars that you'd get when you rinsed out your spaghetti sauce or your salsa or something like that. Come to find out that after a little bit, the edges would rust, and it was really difficult. Even putting Vaseline around the edges only lasted for so long. So I ended up picking up, again at the Dollar Tree, containers like this that are plastic. And I don't have any problem, except when my arthritis is acting up. Yeah, I had this upside down yesterday and it made a mess. So I probably got gesso in the, what do you call it, the grooves. Oh, fine, stay there. Okay, so right now, I'm going to grab my, I use this as my glue brush or my gesso brush, not my gesso, my Mod Podge brush, okay? And let's start off by, well, no. Let's start off by doing the big one. And I will make a spread for Miss Brenda Martino. Okay, where'd we go? Here's the paper. So I'm just going to lay this right down. And I'm going to paint the edges, that's all. Okay, just to make sure the edges stay down. And any overlap from the other pieces of paper that I put on here will stick. So all right, so we have that. Now let's take this one and we'll put that right there. And again, I'm going to just Mod Podge the edges. because there's already enough Mod Podge on the page to hold it down. Alrighty. Then we're going to do the bottom with the strips. Alright, here's one strip. And I think that's about all I'm going to get out of that one. So, alrighty. So right now, what I'm going to do is paint this page. I keep my paintbrushes separate from my glue. You know, I want to make sure that my paintbrushes have a very nice long life. So I try to take care of them very, very well. So, I mean, this is a Daler rounding, but I've had it for years. And the kids were using it when they were little and everything. So it's kind of seen its better days. So this was the one I chose to, when I started crafting again, that I chose to, oh, come on. That I chose to use for my glue. Alright, then there's this one. And I think some of that glue is already dried. So let's put some more back on it. Alright. And I think I'm just going to put it down here and leave that strip up top. Okay. That way we can kind of get a break up on the red too. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Where's the other red strips? Okay, so let's see if this one up here will work. And yes, it will. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Alrighty. Kind of had a busy day. Well, not too busy, just kind of rushed. I got up late. I had my 2 grandsons here. Thank God my dad made breakfast because I was slacking big time. But it was nice catching up on some much needed rest. Because I haven't been getting good rest lately. There we go. And a little bit of glue on that. Yeah. Now these papers, because I'm using such a wet glue, and by wet glue I mean watered down, they're going to wrinkle, and that's okay. But see, this way I got almost all of the paper pieces that she painted herself. All right, and what I'll do with this is I'll just add some to the backgrounds, you know. Put it right here. There we go. And I'll put these 2, like maybe one right here. Because this is all going to be background. So that's one of the things that I love doing the most is backgrounds, because I am so afraid I stink totally bad at, you know, anything other than doing a background. I'm pretty sure, you know, If you just left me at backgrounds, I'd be golden. I'd be golden. Okay. All right, now we got the background on. And I notice I just did the pages. I still plan on using this right here. All right, but now we got to let this dry. And apparently, from what I understand, when I use my blow dryer as opposed to my heat gun, which I melted on a rock in a previous video, yeah, it's a goner. It's a no. It went to the heat gun rainbow bridge in the sky. Excuse me, I'm always been told I talk too much. Okay, but when I was using this when we were doing my very first live stream Saturday night, you couldn't even hear it. It was on low. I don't know, can you hear this? We couldn't on the live stream when I went back to check to make sure, you know, I didn't have anything I needed to edit out because I had both my grandsons with me. And I had one, he's 13 going on 14 in a couple weeks, but he was acting like he was 5. And then I had my other grandson who was 11 acting like he was 7. So we called him my 7-11 Devin. Because he was 11 acting like he was 7 and his name is Devin. So we kind of teased him about that a little bit. And then Dad took them to church the next day because, like I said, that was right after I got back from my son's house. And he had the girls in his Sunday school class tell him how cute his ears were. So if you got a bunch of pretty girls telling an 11-year-old boy he's got cute ears, do you want to know how red he got? Dad said he managed this color. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And my blow dryer obviously is not as hot as a heat gun. And it's a little bit, you know, the heat is a little bit softer. I do it on low. If I'm doing something delicate, like using acetate or vellum or anything else, I'll push the cool button. Where is it? There it is. There's a button right here that if I hold it, the air will come out a lot cooler. So you'd get a cooler air than you would, you know, a warmer air. So, yeah. Brenda, I hope I do your spread justice. Because I like to be able to see. The only problem that I have with mixed media is that some folks layer so much you can't even see where your first layer is, where it began. And then they'll like cover it all with white and then just dribble black on it. I'm like, mixed media means you're using different kinds of media on one project. Wouldn't you want to see it? That's my logic. So like when I do postcards or, you know, any sort of collage or a mixed media project, like a mixed media mashup that we do over on Stacy's channel at Pink Poodle Crafts, I make sure that I keep in mind when I'm doing the project that I'm not covering every stinking layer up. Because I want to see what's down there. I mean, what's the point of putting it down there if you can't see it? If you just want texture or lift, use some tissue paper, Mod Podge it down, scrunch it up, and there's your texture. Actually, it does a quicker job than my heat gun did. And my heat gun was a lot hotter. Alrighty. But yeah, so, alright. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything with that, but I'll hold that onto the side because I might when I'm done. Okay, now she's big Alabama. And she actually put roll tide on it. There's my circles. Alrighty, so let's start off with the bridges. Oops. Start off with the bridges. Let me trim the one side. Okay. That's a really pretty bridge. Covered bridges are one of my favorite things to take pictures of and, you know, just kind of dream about. Because I love, 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 love the romantic side of a covered bridge. So let's try that. Covered bridge trail. So I wonder if that's what this is. I don't want to cover up everything because I've got the whole map of Alabama here. So let me trim this down. Oops, that wasn't very straight. Okay. Let's trim this down and we will, how about like that and then that. Does that look good, guys? Maybe? Because it's still showing the shaving cream paper on the book page. It's still showing the other painted papers she gave, you know. So let's try this. Alrighty. Alright, so we'll put that right there, and we will kind of press it down a little. Okay, then the other one. She sealed it with something so the ink from the printer wouldn't dry or wouldn't run. So that's kind of cool. Alright, that's not going to lay down. So let's try it that away. There we go. Alright, and then the Alabama Covered Bridge Trail sign. Alright, we will put that right here. No, I don't want to cover. There we go. Okay. So we've got that part on. I want to go ahead and do... Okay. I'm trying to make sure I was doing it right side up because I couldn't hardly see it. It's pretty small. And then we'll do the map of Alabama right here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, those are embellishments. Oh, we had another piece of red strip. Okay. Well, let's do this then. So pull a piece off of here, and we will lay it right here. That way, it kind of pulls some of the red together. Doesn't make it look so awkward. I try some red right here. And maybe some red right here. There we go. That way we've got it represented on a little bit of everything. Because it looks like the same way she did her Alabama Roll Tide. And we got the butterfly. Yeah, let's do it that way. Now let's kind of go off of it a little bit so it's not all. All right. Come on, stay down. I know you can. Now when I'm done with this and all of this is dried, I'm going to layer a coat of the matte gel medium over it to protect everything and to make sure it all stays down and it doesn't stick together when it's folded closed. Okay, let's see. We go, oh, now see, that wants to lift. And then we got this one. So let's tear this one in half and we'll put it right here. Because I got some little things that are going to go, you know, that she sent that are going to go around to embellish what we've already gotten done. So that's good. Okay, and then we'll take this one and we'll put this one right here. Okay. Alrighty then. Got the circles. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I have a feeling that we're going to have to well, let me see if I can move this real quick without it tearing. Don't tear, don't tear, don't tear. Okay, good deal. Alright, and we'll put you up here. Okay. Now, phooey. What I did see, though, is something I can work with. Let me cut off this little bitty fold. And there's a little bitty fold on the bottom. And this is not quite even. Okay. So, kind of wasted that one, but that's okay. I want to put this one just like this. I may not be able to get all of the envelope on there, but I will make sure that part of this envelope goes on this page. Okay. So we've got that part of the envelope on the page. Let's see what else we got. We got the roll tide, we got the cards. We got to do the butterfly. Okay. And then because of that, actually, I'm going to use tacky glue for this one. Eileen's, because it's thick enough. I don't think it'll hold the Mod Podge very well. Sorry if I was off screen. I'm really trying to be better about that because I know sometimes I lean back and I'm just, oh, going along about my business. How about right there? There we go. And I have no idea where my towel went, but that's okay. There we go. There's that one. Alright, I'm sorry I'm cutting up your thingy, but I really want to incorporate this because it means a lot. And I love the comedian. Remember, her name is Jeannie Robertson. See, I can lay that roll tide right over that red strip. Alrighty, let's see what else we can do. Set that right there. Alright, let's get some of these strips that I trimmed off and in the trash before they stick to me and won't leave me alone. Let's see. Okay. Now we are down. Okay, now we are down to, make sure this isn't stuck to the next page, which it is. It's stuck to a couple pages. There we go. Is it stuck to 2? Well, if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. Let's make sure that these aren't stuck together. Yeah, I didn't put any wax paper underneath it. That's my bad. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with some pages because I didn't put the wax paper down or something to protect the pages underneath. So learn from my mistake. People, don't try this at home. Okay. Gosh, how far down did it go? Okay, I must be done. Let's see. No, not quite. Alright, that should do for now. Well, that doesn't really help me now, does it? Alrighty. I'd like to get the A in there. That's probably the most jacked up square I think I've ever cut. Looks like it from the back anyway. Okay. That is good enough. Okay, and then we will add a little bit right here, and we will put the A right there. All right, now see, just as a quick notice, okay, we can see the background cover with the book. We can see the little pieces of paper that we use for the background. We can still see those layers. We can see both covered bridges, the Alabama Covered Bridge Trail, the map of Alabama, the A for Alabama, her little butterflies and hearts right there, little flowers on book page here, and of course the butterfly on top. Now see, I can see all of the layers. And for somebody to come in over that and just decide, unless you just don't like it, you know, that's one thing. And then you just cover it all up and start over. But for somebody just to cover that like with one coat of paint where nothing is different, that doesn't make sense to me. All right, so what else do we have? Okay, let's see what goodies are in the bag. Kind of set this aside for just a minute, which I don't really have a whole lot of room at the moment. Okay, here's some fibers. Oh, it's eyelash trim. Look at that. I love that. Okay, and little gems and jewels. Okay, well, those aren't going to stick until I am able to dry this. So let's put them back there so they don't roll away, and let me dry this. Now, mind you, I'm only right now working with what Brenda sent me. And like I said, I hope I'm doing it justice. I really do. I got glue all over my hands I'm trying to pick off. There we go. Okay. So let's dry this for a little bit. Oh, come on. Really? Let me put the scissors on that because it's starting to blow away. Okay. I'll just put my thing in water for now. And we'll see how well this goes. And she put some beads, some itty bitty pearl beads. So I'm thinking I might get out my my fishing line because I use that a lot. It's really, really strong and your thread won't break. And I can thread the beads on there and hang it like a chunky charm or something. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's still a little wet. But I had to take my youngest grandson home today. He had baseball practice tonight. He's got a game tomorrow. I don't get to see him as often as I do his older brother. And they've got 3 younger brothers that live in Texas with their mom. And now Devin's got a baby sister who's about a year old. And her mama just took off. So, you know, it's very heartbreaking when you see an entire family broken up because of immature, childish notions, you know? Now Devin doesn't live with any of his brothers, his 4 brothers, or his 1 sister. Jacob doesn't live with his 4 brothers, and his dad's in West Virginia, and I think he's got 5 or 6 kids out there. So Jacob's got a whole bunch of family he's never met. It's so sad. And the only time Devin and Jacob get to see each other is when I go get them. So I'm heartbroken for the lives that these children are having to live. And to be honest, I wish I could just take them all and keep them with me. I really do. I know that would probably drive me absolutely bonkers since some of them are already heading into their teenage years. And I'm not a big fan of teenagers myself. My mom didn't like teenagers either. So I got her a plaque at the Cracker Barrel that says, "Mothers of teenagers now know why animals eat their young." And she loved that plaque. Well, my phrase is preteens and young teenagers are great. But the minute they turn 16, there is an inherent gene in their bodies, okay? It's called the asshole gene. So when they turn 16, bam, that asshole gene activates in their butt heads until they move out, realize that mom was right the whole time. Then they come back with, Mom, I'm sorry. But I'm a patient woman. I really am. My oldest has already told me she apologized so many times. I remember doing the same to my mom. I apologized to her and my dad. I can't believe I acted like this. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now, oh yeah, I'm still picking glue. I'll probably still be picking glue tomorrow. No. My preacher looks at me funny sometimes because I'll be in the pew and I will have washed my hands, but not all the glue has come off. Well, my dad and I sit right up front. Not in the very front row, but the one right behind it. And we sit towards the middle aisle. So we're like, the preacher's like right there and we're like right here. And I'll be listening, but I'll be picking at my fingers, you know, picking at glue. He's gotten to know me enough where he'll go, crafts again? He like, yup. Yeah, so I don't know if I really want to put these in here. I'd rather put them with my other ATCs and stuff that I love so much. I don't know. I mean, I really, really like these. I can put these in here. That's not a problem, you know, because I can just clip that to the top. Clip this one to the top. Actually, I wonder if it's this one I can use. Well, I don't want to do it right there, so let's do it right here. Let's see if I can use this one. Come on, underneath the ribbon, there we go. Okay, and do that. And then put the other one on this side so it'll hold it in a little better. What do you think? It works. Okay, so let's see over here what we have. I still got my circles. I haven't forgotten about those. I've got this eyelash trim that's beautiful. Let me see. I wonder if I could take it all the way around. Let me see if I have enough. Oh, go over there. And I believe I do. With some despair. Awesome! Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. Maybe. No, we're going to put some lace and stuff on it first. Oh, I don't have my hot glue gun on. Well, we'll have to use this. It says it's quick dry, so let's hope. Don't drip on me. I see. It's a lot longer than we thought. Alrighty, we will put it right there. There. And spread it all the way down to here. There, now we've got a little piece of lace sticking off the side of the page. See? Which I think is really, really pretty. I did it with Kieran's, because she sent me some lace. And so I just kind of did it off of one side. I really like this because it's like a loop. My finger can go right through it. Well, if my fingernail doesn't get stuck on the lace. But yeah. So, uh-oh. That is not staying. So we're going to have to glue that down. Alrighty. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. And you wonder why I have glue all the time stuck to my fingers. I just think it works better and you don't use as much if you spread it. And it dries clear, so it's not like, you know, I'm going to have a purple blobby smear all over my lace. Okay, there we go. Now, that will dry. We've got some gold rhinestones, which is pretty awesome. We've got some buttons that were decorated, but I think they're going to be too fat for the journal. But we've got a paper clip. See, I want to show you something. When people make their paper clips or, you know, make the things for tags, you see how this one always wants to slide down? What I do is I'll pull it tight, okay, as tight as I can, and I'll drop a bit of glue in there. On both sides. And it dries clear, so... And then I'll hold it like that for a few. And that will glue the ribbons together so that it doesn't slide and your ribbons don't slide off. See? Oh, I might need to do that. There we go. See, I put glue there and in there on both sides. And then flipped over, I put a little bit of glue on the seam that was, let's see, right here. Right here. And it's quick drying, so hopefully it won't take that long and I can set it down. Yeah, see, it's not pulling anymore. There we go. All right. And she sent me another paper clip with the same issue, so let's there. See, I put it right there. And I'm holding it tight for a brief second until I know the glue's bonded enough to stay on the paper clip without, you know, loosening up or slipping off. Okay, so we'll leave that one up there. And this one is almost dry, so we will leave that one up there. Alrighty then, we've got some sequin trim. Let's see, I wonder how that would work. Be maybe like this. And the blue, there's a lot of blue over here, so we will turn it and maybe just go diagonal like this. That wouldn't really work unless we did it this way. This way. No, I kind of like it that way. Right there. And the blue wonder if I can get away with the blue going right here. And just a little. See, that's almost the exact same length. And that'll give that lace a little oomph. Let's see if my hot glue is dry yet. Oh, where'd my glue go? I had a glue stick. What I wouldn't give for a glue stick now. How does that commercial go? That Klondike bar? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you eat a hamster for $1 million? A live one? Hey, heck yeah, I would. Because then I just make myself throw up right afterwards. Kind of be heebie-jeebied for a while, but my bank account would look really nice and that would ease my heebie-jeebies. Yeah, it would. I think I could probably do it. I don't know, though. It depends on how big the hamster is. Come on. What the hell? It's been on for a while. Should be warm. It's still hot. Ah, glue stringies. Okay. So that one's down. I wonder if we should do this on this side. Or will that mess up? I think that's going to mess up unless I do that on the inner side. I don't want to cover up the butterfly, and there's nothing down here. So let's just try this way. I'll bring it up a little bit from the bottom so it doesn't interfere with the eyelash trim I want to use to frame out the page. Okay. And then I will just bring this up here. There. Well, oh, Okay, what can we do with this one? I'm thinking putting it along there. It would look kind of cool. Yeah, I think so. There we go. Give that a little bit of oomph. It was beautiful already, but we're putting shiny stuff, and where's the rest of it? Right here. Shiny stuff. I wonder if this would look good as a... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to use this as the body of the butterfly. Let's see how well that takes us. So what do you think? Okay. Are we missing anything? No, other than the circles and the eyelash trim. Alright, well, let's do the eyelash trim now. And what we're going to do is we're going to start it right here. And just cover what we have. Alrighty. So we're going to just slunk it down. I want to try and use everything that is sent to me in these envelopes for the Flocker Friendship Journal or Friendship Flocker Journal. I don't know which one it is. You know, because the point of sending them is because, you know, we're supposed to be learning about each other. We're supposed to be making new friends. And I figure if it got sent, then it means something to the person. I mean, obviously, there's probably going to be some knickknacks and some paddywhacks and the give the dog the bone thing, but no. There's going to be some extras that, you know, probably just flutter or fluff or fill-ins, you know. But at the same time, there was a reason it was sent. You know, a reason that when I look at this, I should think of Brenda DiMartino. And doing that, I can... Hi, baby. Yes, I'm recording, but I'm not live, okay? There's some things I had to catch up on. What are you doing out there? This is my grandson, Jacob. He was in our live the other day. Wait a minute. Sorry, let me move my hand. Okay. What's wrong? Where are you? Come back here. There. Stick your head in here, please, so you can say hi. You were live yesterday. See, there's my 13-year-old grandson going on 30. 30? Yep. Yes, I changed it from going on 7. All right, give me a break. I love you. I'm doing part of my friendship journal. Let me see. That's got to get out of the way. Okay, so where were we? Anyways, but yeah, so if they sent it, I have to, you know, I have to think that, you know, it's something that means something to the person who sent it. You know, like I got Sean's envelope and I was able to look in it, but I didn't really pull much out because I forget where I was. I think I was in a hurry or something, or we were running out the door. But I saw one of the cards that he had left. Well, Sean is very good spray paint artist. The stuff he does is fabulous. In fact, I'm still waiting on my Clockwork Orange picture that I bid for on his auction. I mean, I was late, not him. but I paid it at the beginning of the month, so I'm hoping I get it soon because it's something I want to send to my brother. But yeah, so but yeah, so Sean added a little, about an ATC size card. Hey baby, can you do me a favor, Pumpkin? Can you go put some tea in this for me?
Yeah.
And a little bit more ice, not a lot more.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, he put a little ATC size card in it that looked like some of his spray paint art, which I think is fabulous because he is an amazing artist. You know, you're thinking spray paint. Okay, well, you know, we can spray paint a fence, we can spray paint a car, we can spray paint a bucket, a chair, or something like that. No, he makes the most incredible landscapes and backdrops and everything. And if you want to check him out, his page is Peddler's Medley on YouTube. But he does. His work is phenomenal, you know, done with spray paint. And I'm honored that I was able to purchase a piece from him. And it was awesome. So, I can't wait to get mine. Okay, now this part of the eyelash trim I'm going to put on the inside of the lace that's on the side of the page, because the eyelash trim itself is kind of fluffy enough that some of it, see like right there, some of it's already sticking out. Okay, I don't know if you need me to push that up farther, but like down here, you see that? So that's just how I'm going to do it. Alrighty, let's pull this back. Use the blue. I think I put too much of a blob there, but that's okay. And I'm going to lay it out just like that. Thank you, sweetheart. Ask Grandpa if he wants some ice cream, and I'll give you guys my card. You guys can go pick out some ice cream from Rulers if you want, okay? Because I know we usually get ice cream when you're here, and we didn't the other night. All right, well, ask Grandpa if he wants to go. I have had a lot of folks ask me, you know, how come your dad's not on your live stream or wasn't on your live stream? And he did poke his head in once, but he's not been feeling really well. He was battling a raging headache, and it kind of worries me because he's at high risk for blood clots. And I've been, you know, throwing a fit and throwing a fit and throwing a fit about him going and getting one of those Doppler. Yeah, go out there and tell him, but I don't. You say, for you, not me. Just say, but I don't. You know he gives you hell all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go out there. You may have some, but I don't. You say that. Yeah, he's giving him a hard time. But yeah, he had this massive headache that just pretty much decimated whatever energy he had. He was gone all weekend for, it's called a BMA meeting, I guess. Baptist Association, Baptist, I don't even remember what it's called for. Okay, I took those off because I want this to go underneath it. But he was gone. He came back Saturday afternoon, I guess, or Saturday evening. And he was just a mess. There we go. Okay, press down, press down. Okay. Whoops, I'm getting stuck to things now. And I'll get my little scissors. And boop. Oh, come on, tell me this isn't right. Okay. Apparently, even though the eyelash trim is everywhere, you can only do it on one side. Alright, so now that that is there, and I've got the eyelashes that didn't stick to the hot glue pulled up, and hopefully these will loosen up, but okay, now I'm going to put this, get the glue strings off, pull that one off. I'm going to put this back here. And this one right here. There we go. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the little pearly balls yet. Let me put the lid on this. Oh, there's another one. I think that was from a different person, but we'll put it up there anyway. Alright, let's see what circles we have. Is there any more? No. Okay, so we've got circles. This one says Dream Big. That one also says Dream Big. This one's got a little bitty bump to it. Looks like they were cut out from playing cards. There's another Dream Big. We need a butterfly. We'll put this one right here. We got a green one. We can melt that one's there. We'll put that one there. Another butterfly, which we don't have on this side. And we'll put this one right there. And let's do this. Let's put Dream Big down here. Butterfly right here. And that. Whoops. Okay, now for time purposes, okay, this is what I'm going to do. There. Okay. That's all the circles. That's all the trim. The only thing I don't have in here is her name, which to have the bee right here. So where do we want to put that? Let's put that right here. Right, and we'll try and fit that little bee right back on there so we can tell it says Brenda. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge over that, kind of seal that in. Alrighty. And I think I got just about everything. I didn't put these cards in there because, like I said, I'm kind of stingy and I want to keep them for myself. Even though the friendship journal is mine, I kind of want to put those in someplace else. I have a whole wall designated. Designated. Let's see, there's one whole corner in my room designated for tags and stuff that people have sent me. Just all kinds of postcards and friendship hands, and I mean, you name it. All right, so let's put that there. I want to get a little bitty envelope or a Ziploc baggie, if I can find one. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, I keep a Ziploc bag full of Ziploc bags. So, and I found a little one. So, do-do-do-do. Do-de-do-de-do-do-do. Now, if I can get it open. There we go. Okay. Let's try doing it that way. Well, that didn't work because it went through a hole. Okay, so let's grab a card. No, that's not a card. Is that a card? Yep, that's a card. Whoops, that didn't work too well. Okay. I think the best thing for me to do is this. Should have done it in the first place, but I didn't. And when I clean up my floor, I'll find the others. Alrighty. Yeah, if it wasn't for those itty bitty holes right there, they'd go in a lot easier. But because of those, I'll try it on the side, see if I can get them. No. Nope. That one goes in, and that one goes in. Now we'll put these decorated buttons in as well, with another little gem that flew way over here somehow. Okay. And then I will put it in my drawer with my baggies. I'll put that in there. These are my cards. Okay, that'll go in there. Let's see. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Make sure it's not messing anything up on this side. Nope. then let's try one more. We'll do it on this side. There we go. Nope. And it also adds a little bit to over here. So we've got, this is Brenda's page, guys. I hope I did her stuff justice. I got almost, oh, except for her labels. I didn't do any of her labels. So let me just get one. And put it right there. See, that way we still have a seahorse showing, and there's a part of a seahorse there. And Brenda DiMartino, let me write the date. Today is the 21st is when I got, oh, excuse me, I had the hiccup. Okay, thank Dad. Hiccup's gone. 5/21/18. And I am done. Oh, I like those. I might put a couple more on there just for, maybe not quite done, but I know close enough is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades. All right, there. I'll put those back over there. All righty. Let me pull this out. Okay, you guys, that's Brenda's page. Oh, one of the sequins fallen? Yeah, one of them fell. Right. Oh, right there. Okay. So tell me what you think. This is Brenda's page. And I tried to make it as unique as she is. And I used everything she sent me except for the other half of the envelope, the 2 cards, and this looks like a paper towel that was Mod Podged together or glued together again and again and again in layers. So, so I didn't use this one. Yep, so the 2 cards, this, and the beads that I didn't use, which I might still use on, and I just haven't decided yet. So there's Brenda's page. Now it's time for me to take a picture of this and post it so that she can see that it was done. I'll probably do Sean's on another page. Well, obviously on another page. I'm not going to cover up Brenda's. But I'll probably do his on another video. I don't get my grandson very often, and he wasn't expecting me to be in here on a 2-hour video. But he's my baby. I raised him till he was 4, and his mama got him back. But she's a good mom. She is. Uh-oh, that piece of eyelash trim didn't want to stay down, or did it? Alright, so that's my page for Brenda. Brenda, I hope you like it. I really do. See, I even got half of your envelope on there. And I did make sure to put Roll Tide, and I did make sure to add the A. I just didn't have enough room for the entire elephant. I'm sorry. But I wanted to make sure those two got it. Okay, so there are 2 links that I'm going to put in the description at the bottom. One is a link to Jeannie Robertson. I have to find out which video it was, because she does a lot. But it was awesome. And then I will put a link in there for Peddler's Medley to show, so you can go see Sean's spray paint art. It's fabulous. You guys would be so amazed. okay? You ever see the video of the guy who's doing the painting upside down in like all one color? And then when he's all done and he turns it right side up, it's Jesus or it's Buddha or whoever it is he's drawing. Well, Sean's that good. He's awesome. Excuse me. So on that note, I'm going to let you go. I don't know if I'll do Sean's tonight or tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow. I still have to get my 3 envelopes together, and I haven't done that yet. So remember, if you like my video and you liked what I had to share, please click like, the thumbs up button. Wait, there it is. Thumbs up. Subscribe over there. Subscribe. And if you want notifications of my upcoming videos, right next to there it is, the subscribe button is a little bell icon. You can click that, and whenever I upload a video or I go live, it will notify you. If you go into settings, you can tell it how you want it to notify you, you know, by email, by Facebook, by whatever. So like, comment, subscribe, bell. Bingo, we got those out of the way. Leave me a comment. Let me know whether or not you like my video. Let me know whether or not I talk too much or I don't talk enough, or, you know, all of those nice little haha. Remember to always find the humor in life, because if you don't, life sucks.
I'd say too much.
And always, always, always give yourself permission to art yourself silly. And on that note, good night, and I wish you a blessed week, and God bless you.